What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Bench Podcast. My name is Joey, joined as always by my brother co-host, Asia. How you doing, man? Happy Hump Day.
What's up? Happy Hump Day. Some Monday Night Football was half good, half bad, but the good side was really good.
We'll definitely talk about that for a second. Over at the producer's desk, double barrel action, but a different flavor. Undefeated backyard brawler Andrew Rodriguez in the house, and 6'5" on a good day, AJ Woodson.
What up, what up, what up?
I'm feeling that dad gang hat. Feeling that dad gang hat.
This is like my fifth one. I love these hats.
Real quick, down in the corner right there, if you use that code, you get 15% off any dad gang purchase. Quality hats.
Quality dads.
I like it. Episode 162 for the Bench Podcast, Wednesday, September 25th, 2024. Almost to September.
Yeah,
almost
September.
almost to the Halloween.
20%.
Right?
Yep.
You guys were kicking around some costumes. Do you want to divulge that information or just?
Oh, no.
I'm actually not decided on mine yet. There's like 4 or 5 ideas in my.
We're dressing up on the show, right?
Yep.
Sweet.
A little costume contest.
I might dress up all week. All 3 shows.
No, there's
It's
like
the Sunday before the Halloween. Of course I dressed up.
oh, like the week of
Halloween. New costume each show.
Ever since I had my girls, I've just the stick in the mud who doesn't dress up. I have to dress up.
See, it flipped.
I have to.
Ever since I had my girl, now I'm like, dude, we gotta dress. Did you see what I had her last year?
What'd you have?
Princess Leia. She had the buns and everything.
So cute.
Yep.
What day does it fall on this year?
That's a great question. I should probably know that.
Probably know that too. Wasn't last year like
Last year
midweek?
was like a Thursday.
Yeah,
something,
so the parties were on that Saturday.
I tell you what though, I love me some Thanksgiving. What's that?
It's a Thursday.
Thursday.
It was not on a Thursday.
So
last
parties on Fridays, Friday nights. Okay.
I love me a good Thanksgiving Christmas season though. It's it's the best.
I love me a good November 1st at the supermarket when all the bags of candies are on sale. Yeah.
I was wondering, like, where are you going with that?
Just go
get Thanksgiving early.
No. You just go clean up because they're all
all like
on
half
sale.
off.
You know what's a
Yeah.
bummer? How I want to say Freaky Friday. That's not what it's called.
Black Friday.
Black Friday is not a thing
It is
anymore.
not the same.
Remember Prime Black Friday?
Oh, yeah.
Where you had to go out and stand in line.
Yep. Then you run in for your PS2. Yeah. Now you just
Now it's just
wait on the queue for your chance to get in.
And it starts like 2 Fridays before.
It's basically all of November.
And if you missed the boat, don't worry, it's coming back around in January.
You're gonna get better deals in December.
That's
actually.
a bummer. That was an American holiday. It doesn't speak well for where America's head's at.
Well, now we got NFL games on that day.
That's true. They have
Black Friday
effectively
games.
taken that from the NBA. Just ripped it away.
Every major holiday, the NFL is going to dominate because it's the NFL.
Also, I'll tell you what's about to start, and it's about to jack up the old heart rate.
Oh, no.
Got me on this, Ange? Playoff baseball.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's a long season. I'll get you. If you're not a baseball fan out there, I get it.
Yeah.
But playoff baseball is intense.
One could argue the Dodgers playoffs starts right now with this Padres series.
Yep. Got the Padres up 3 game series.
Yeah.
Put it away this week.
Yeah, it's I just want to see Ohtani in the playoffs.
Showtime, baby.
Yep.
I didn't. There's been a lot of variations of Dodger teams with superstars on each one. I didn't think they could ever be topped. Like Ohtani's the best player I've ever seen in my life.
This is a great one. It might be the last one for real that we see Clayton, so that's a big deal.
Yeah, Clayton
This
Kershaw.
might be his last time to go out on top, which would be amazing.
And there's other good teams in the league obviously too.
Yeah, your team's probably good as well.
Yeah, whoever's that team may be.
We're LA based.
Except for the Astros. Fuck the Astros. That's where we stand on this show for the Astros.
I mean, you can't argue that.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
They're literally cheaters.
Yeah.
I don't know what else they're literally cheaters.
They're the worst. Do you know homeboy we released now plays for the Astros, Jason Hayward?
Yep.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
a bummer.
Yeah,
Anyways, back to the football show. Today we're going to get to the news and then version 4 of Angels Heavenly Top 10. Very, very excited about that.
It's a crazy one.
It was hard.
It was the most difficult one of the year.
Yeah, I understand. I almost feel bad that I'm about to just pick it apart,
Yeah.
but I am. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome to the channel.
Hi.
Subscribe, turn on those notifications, and thank you so much to all the new followers we have. You guys are pouring in. We love you. We love the interaction. We love that you're absolutely going in on Gabe right now.
That's why he's not here.
We love that we've pretty much moved on from Bo Nix.
Oh.
Let the targets off your back, right?
Yeah, because
Because he hasn't been very good.
Look, you new followers are here because you probably hate me. Hi, thank you for coming to the show.
Yeah. But anyways, thank you for all you who've followed recently. We are creeping up on 1,000 subs.
Yeah.
And then also numbers across the platform, TikTok, all those different platforms. So thank you for everyone who's joined us recently.
Gracias.
If you're listening on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, thanks so much for joining the audio version of the podcast.
Audio.
There it is. Subscribe, turn on notifications, leave a review. Listen, you guys forced me to accept that. Now I am leaving room for you.
I never did the audio.
Yeah,
Mine's TikTok.
Was that Gabe?
Gabe's audio.
That's your job, Andrew.
Bro.
Step up.
I was
Step up.
I was subbing in for Gabe.
Thank you,
I
Angel.
got you, Gabe.
Come on, Andrew. Next man up.
If you're if on Instagram, X, TikTok, or Threads.
TikTok.
Oh, yeah. Follow the show
Threads.
between the show. I'm just kidding. I don't think we have a Threads. Or if we do, it
If
hasn't
we
been
do,
posted
there's
on.
nothing's happening on it.
Crickets over
Yeah.
there.
But you're welcome to follow if you
Yeah.
want.
Go check it out. We were probably like.
Check it out.
We were previewing last season. Last time we posted that thing.
Who's going number 1 overall? Caleb Williams or
Can CJ Stroud throw?
Is this
He fit?
CJ Stroud thing
Did
real?
did you see him on that test?
Yeah.
God. Also, check out benchshow.com, home of the Bench Beat articles on fandom, fantasy, and all things NFL. Got a quick stat for you. We are now creeping up on that quarter mark. Not quite there yet, but creeping up on the quarter mark. Angel found a stat about how teams start. Wanted to read it to you.
Yep.
During the Super Bowl era, 255 teams have started 0-3. Raise your hand if your team's 0-3.
Well, good. Sweet.
So far, so good.
Raiders, Eagles, and Broncos. Good for us.
6 of them have gone on to make the playoffs. Only 6 out of 255.
Wow.
The last 0-3 team to make the playoffs was the 2018 Texans, who were quarterbacked by
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson.
Okay.
So
He was,
there's still life for the Browns, I guess.
yeah. 2018, he was
That's a different man.
oiled up.
Different, yeah. it was all on the down low, right?
No Diddy.
Him and P. Diddy had the same oil guy.
We're not gonna get into it too much
Buying
because
it in droves.
Escaping all those facts.
Gabe's not here, so I guess it's not gonna go as far as it probably could. But this Diddy stuff is crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
He's,
What a
what stinks?
what a story.
What stinks is that I have a 90s playlist, and a lot of it's Diddy, and like it was playing last night. I was like, well, I gotta skip that song because Diddy's on, and he's a terrible person.
Okay, it hasn't been that hard for me because luckily I'm not a big Diddy fan, but it was painful not listening to those R. Kelly songs. Which it's okay now, right? Listen to R. Kelly.
I don't know.
No. I mean, but this
Liar!
not being able to listen to Diddy puts a big dent in my Biggie Smalls
Because he's
playlist.
all
Right.
over Biggie Smalls music.
Right. Bad boy for life.
Yeah. And then if one of my boys ever passes away tragically, I cannot listen to the
Nope.
greatest
Nope.
goodbye,
Yeah.
goodbye song.
Yep.
Sucks for Paul Walker.
It's that song. Well, yeah, the scene from Rush Hour 2. That's the only thing that pops in my head where he thinks that Chris Tucker died.
Oh,
So,
right.
yeah.
Let's get into the news. This segment is brought to you by UltimateAutographs.com. Have you ever wanted to own your very own piece of signed memorabilia? For most, the dream of collecting NFL memorabilia seems distant because of high cost. But UltimateAutographs.com has created an easy way to start collecting: live breaks. Live breaks are events where a host opens up boxes of memorabilia live and gives you a shot to win authentic sports memorabilia for a fraction of the cost. Here's how it works. First, dive into the action by buying a spot. If you use our code BENCHME15, that's BENCHME15, you'll receive 15% off your first live break entry. Then, just pick what type of memorabilia you'll want to win and secure it with a simple payment. Now you're in the game. Next, get ready for the main event. Watch the excitement unfold live. Be part of the anticipation as we prepare to reveal what's hidden in each box. Finally, here comes the moment you've been waiting for. If the piece we unveil matches your spot, victory. That piece of history is now yours to keep. So, are you ready to join the excitement? Secure your spot, tune in live, and let the fun begin. Don't forget, use our code BENCHME15, that's BENCHME15, to receive 15% off your first live break entry, and good luck. All right, as you just saw, the news is brought to you by UltimateAutographs.com. Go check them out. Get yourself involved in a live auction and get yourself some signed memorabilia. Let's start in Washington. Commanders quarterback Jayden Daniels completed 91% of his passes on Monday night, setting a record for the highest completion percentage by a rookie with a minimum of 20 attempts in a game in NFL history. It broke the mark that Dak Prescott set in 2016 when he completed 88% of his passes during the game. Daniels' Monday night mark also was the highest completion percentage in a game in Washington franchise history. We were talking about what needs to happen if Washington broke out. The main thing that was said is, well, Jayden Daniels has a breakout game.
He literally did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was a breakout game, and it was cool too. It was good. It was good timing for him because by the time the Bills game was getting out of hand, everyone had switched over to the Commanders game. You saw the Bengals were down. Oh, this is a fun game. Then you were able to see Jayden Daniels, the second year where the number 2 overall pick is just balling out, and the number 1 is struggling. Very interesting back to back. Maybe you don't want to pick number 1. Pick number 2 maybe.
Yep,
a little bit of good luck.
The timing was great too because they sat Josh Allen and Trevor Lawrence, and then you just hop over to that game and see a great finish.
And you see a great surprising game. Game.
We all play in the same league here, and one of us on this set took Jayden Daniels early in our rookie draft. Andrew, how is the hype train for Jayden Daniels?
Dude, I love it. I mean, I'm a little iffy on Caleb right now, but taking Jayden Daniels right after.
Okay, well, I wouldn't know that because I sent you an offer for him and you didn't respond.
Oh,
so.
Gotcha.
So we'll talk later now that I know you're iffy.
Yeah.
Let's go to that next slide. Jordan Schultz with the gem here. No team in the Super Bowl era has done what the Commanders just did. 2 consecutive games with 0 turnovers and 0 punts.
Wow.
Take a bow. Jayden Daniels, Cliff Kingsbury, Scary Terry McLaurin, and the Washington Commandos. So Commanders turned it around here.
We did.
We were on top of this.
Yep.
And
We didn't. To be fair, we didn't call them winning this game. But we called this.
Were halfway off the bandwagon after week 1.
But I think Terrell was the strongest out of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
And he was still sticking because he's a big Jayden Daniels guy. We were very pro on this team because of the ability of Jayden Daniels. The defense still sucks.
They're really bad.
It's not great.
They're really bad.
But they pieced together some drives, and offensively, cool guy Cliff Kingsbury is just piecing it together. It's a lot like Buffalo's wideout core, where they're just kind of just do what you're supposed to do. There's different areas, different guys have different roles, like on the team. Brian Robinson just holding it down. Eckler got hurt again. He's got to retire.
Yeah,
it's the 3rd week in a row he's
going to
hurt.
have a sick fantasy podcast when he does. Okay, let's talk about the Commanders real quick. As soon as we brought him up pre-show, we all kind of went to the same thing. Can he sustain this kind of running style? The guy is 180 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah.
And he runs like he's built like Josh Allen.
I heard something. He runs like he's built like he runs like Anthony Richardson, but he's shaped like Lamar Jackson.
I thought didn't you say that, Angel? Someone on the show.
Maybe
said
Angel
that.
said that. That was my someone.
Someone said that on the show.
Somebody.
It was probably me.
But I knew someone. Thanks, dude. That's super cute.
Jesus. But no, the sentiment's right. Like he is just playing where we've never seen his body type hold up to that kind of abuse.
And he runs in the tackles. He runs.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like, bro, you need to chill. I understand you want to win. I understand at the moment this seems like the most important game of your career.
Right.
Which, every game should be taken seriously.
Yeah.
But, like, pace yourself, man. You're trying to play for 10 to 15 years. That's the goal.
He needs to play C.J. Stroud. So Stroud give him that advice after the game like he gave Caleb Williams. Hey, don't take those hits, all right?
Just sunning him.
Yeah. Did you guys see the NFL, the Twitter does not stop.
No.
They sent that picture with C.J. Stroud kind of like sunning Caleb Williams. The next picture is like life comes at you fast. Yeah. And it's Sam
Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Just like, oh.
Did you see, who got sunned bad?
Who?
Sean McVay after the Niners game sunned Kyle Shanahan.
Yes.
He
The head.
He put his hand on his
He
hat.
is a whole 8 inches shorter than him.
Yeah.
Just reaching up, putting his hand up there.
That's fighting.
Yeah.
That's a fight. I mean, they're bad. They're like really good friends. That's not gonna happen, but
Apparently, like pregame, they were saying that they don't talk a lot.
probably like during, for sure.
No, like during the year
ever.
they see each other during the team owner meetings, and then whenever they can on the season.
Yeah.
So it's like they're not really friends, and there's a rivalry.
Yeah, for sure.
Like who's the coolest, sexiest young coach?
You got to say McVay has the hand up right now, right? He's won a Super Bowl in his hometown. Like,
Yeah.
He's reached the mountaintop.
Shanahan's good. McVay's great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love it.
Because of the championship.
Let's move on here. Chargers safety Derwin James has been suspended 1 game for repeatedly breaking player safety rules in Sunday's game against the Steelers.
Did you see it?
I did not see this happen. Tell me about it.
He launched himself. I forgot Fryermuth. He just launched headfirst, and this wasn't unabated or nothing. The NFL had warned a couple players prior to this game. If you do something, there's going to be consequences. It wasn't out of nowhere. That came out after.
Jeez.
But yeah, if you watch it, he just went head first into fire and moved his head.
Yeah.
And
So
guess who the Chargers play this week?
Who's that?
The Kansas City Chiefs. They get
you
another
kinda-
little advantage.
kinda need
You
him.
got the classic Derwin James Kelsey matchup that's been going on for years,
But
they won't have him.
You won't have that, and that's that
bad.
seems needed.
Did you guys see the guy who knocked the crap out of Devontae Smith? They slowed it down, and so he gets knocked out. Right, he's on the ground like unconscious. Another guy dive bombs him as he's laying there with no helmet. Dive bombs him, hits him in the chest. As he's getting up,
Yeah,
spits on him.
yeah. Savage world out there.
Jeez, man. Screw you, Saints. Thank you, CJ TJ.
Yeah.
Let's move on here. This is actually the first time I'm reading this. I did not know this happened. 49ers defensive tackle Javon Hargrave tore his triceps on Sunday and will be out for the season, per Kyle Shanahan. Big blow to San Francisco's defense. You got to imagine bigger than it would be last year because they are without Armstead,
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it is a huge blow.
Yeah, he had a clip actually this week of him not going hard on the play. Did you see that?
I know, but I believe it.
No, but
used to be an Eagle.
But now it's like, oh, maybe he tore his tricep. He couldn't go hard. Niners fans were just ripping him, and after the game, like, he tore his tricep.
Was he running around like this?
No, he was just. Well, it was kind of bad. I'm sure if you look for it right now, you'll find it. But yeah, this sucks though for the Niners who are already beat up. Now it's going to the defense.
I cannot remember the guy they signed this offseason who's played really well as a defensive tackle.
Malik Collins.
Yes, he's played well, but they are
He's
thin.
a pass rushing tackle.
Yeah.
And Hargrave is kind of a run game guy.
You got to imagine that's going to be tested right away.
Yep, run at him
right away. This next one absolutely sucks. Chargers rookie first-round pick, Joe Alt. Gold jacket Joe Alt, as we know him around here.
Gold Joe.
Golden Joe.
Golden Joe.
There
That's
is.
it. There it is.
Sprained his MCL during Sunday night's loss against Pittsburgh. Likely be sidelined for not only Sunday games with the Chiefs, but possibly going forward. So Joe Alt's going to sit a little bit. Hopefully this is a non-IR situation because
I don't know if he put an IR or not. Yeah.
I didn't see. Yeah, I wasn't able to see it, but hopefully he's not going to miss too much because I think he has a legit shot at Rookie of the Year because there's some talk about him already.
We are very pro Joe.
We're
Alt.
gonna push it.
Jeez. But you know what happened after Monday's game? Jayden Daniels is now the front runner.
Absolutely.
Because quarterbacks will have one good game on prime time, and everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
When's the last time an offensive lineman has won Rookie of the Year?
1983.
You didn't watch the last show, did you? No, I'm just kidding.
Not told on yourself, my friend.
1983.
Yeah, I made the same joke.
No, it's never happened.
Yeah, it's never happened.
Oh my God! You're
Yeah,
right.
I made that same joke.
You said the.
I think Gabe said that no offensive lineman.
That was me. It was no offensive lineman, no tight end.
Yeah.
Zach Martin came in second in 2014.
Well, Brock Bowers might be a good. He's balling.
He'd have to do a lot. I mean,
He has a shot.
He's a shot.
Kyle-
if Sam Laporta didn't win it last year.
That's
and
true.
Kyle
That's
Pitts had
true.
1,000 yards as
Oh
rookie
my God,
year.
that is true. Never mind. Oh, sorry, Bowers.
Yeah, no. Also, Gardner Minshew's your quarterback. So.
Also, you're not cool looking. I never heard you talk.
Yeah, shave your head.
Shave your head.
You freak. Bengals offensive tackle Trent Brown suffered a season-ending knee injury on Monday night. I'm just learning all sorts of stuff today. On Monday night against the Commanders. Been working all day. But Trent Brown goes down for the Bengals. Obviously, a point of emphasis in the offseason to bring in as many tackles as they could. I believe they're without two now.
But
Didn't they lose the rookie as well? Mims?
No, I think didn't he finish the game before? I think now
Okay, good.
he's kind of
So
projected.
they got
starter.
Mims to stop in, that massive human.
So that's not a lot of teams can like them and the Jets kind of played this game where they have starters at positions at linemen, but they were so bad they just keep drafting them. And for this reason, now you're hurt. One guy you just put in the first round talent, Mims, who's a massive human. Yeah, nice.
We didn't talk about it too much, but this Bengals team.
Eek. Yikes.
This is why I just didn't. I think the Kansas City Chiefs game is just they're gonna get up for the Chiefs because it's the Bengals, Bengals Chiefs. But after last night, man, I don't know.
Is it you put a fork in them already?
Not yet, but I am close. Were they 1-2?
They're 0-3.
They're
0-3.
Yeah.
You know what I saw last night? I saw on two separate games, two coaches that'll be fired by the time the season.
Yeah,
ends.
you know what?
Zach Taylor and Doug Peterson.
I think there's a rebrand coming to the Bengals next year.
think
New head coach, Higgins out, kind of a regrouping of.
To be honest, they're in a very similar situation to the Ravens. It's time to freshen up. It's hard because I don't know if you fire Harbaugh, but you need to do something.
Right.
I think Buffalo was in the same area where like you need to mix it up to where now Buffalo's a very very good team. Yeah, they're interesting because they're so talented and on the field. You're just like, what's happening here?
Right.
I think losing Joe Mixon kind of loses that like steady force in that.
Zach Moss getting a lot of carries, but not very efficient.
Mixon's balling out there in
Right.
Houston.
Right.
Defensively, they've been bad,
Atrocious.
just bad. for a team that should be good because they have talented
A team
people.
that's usually pretty good.
It's just
What's that? I can't remember my homeboy's name, the defensive coordinator. It's like an Italian name.
Yeah.
But he's usually just representing for the Italians pretty strong.
it's
Today, letting them down.
Yeah, it's Bengals. I don't know. Maybe it's time to just wash your hands of this year. I don't know. It's
Okay.
early, but
I'm not taking a victory lap because it's way too early to say this, but my disaster season teams were the Bengals and the Niners.
I think about that all the time.
So
Yep.
far,
so
true.
good. But I also picked the Titans to really do well this year.
And the Rams.
And the Rams.
And the Colts.
Yeah, so we are who we are.
Yeah.
Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin implied that Justin Fields will once again be the starter this week versus the Colts. Russ was limited again. This must be the greatest
Just do it
calf
already.
strain of all time.
Theory: Russ is not hurt.
I don't think he is. Yeah, go. I'll let you finish.
This is just. I think this is a classy move by Tomlin saying, "Hey, we're not gonna make you the starter. We like Fields, but so you're not benched. So next year you can get a starting spot. We're gonna say that you're hurt
Yeah.
because he's
a hell of a calf strain.
yeah that thing is strained.
Yeah.
That thing is.
He went on later to say in the same interview, they asked him if you are officially naming Justin Fields the starter. And he said there's no need for that, which I find very interesting because you felt the need to name the starter Russell Wilson the first time. Why not? I'm like, this is kind of like, to me, it was a little annoying. Like, Tomlin, that's stupid.
It's what the Packers did with Jordan Love last week. Like, well, he might play. We know he's not playing.
Right, but I'm saying, like, there's a grander sense. Like, naming
I
a
don't know.
starter. Like,
It's very Tomlin to like show the respect to the vet that's won
Yeah,
a
that's very
Super
true.
Bowl.
What I
before.
thought, I didn't really think it was a dig. I just thought he was just like, there's no reason. You see Justin
I don't
Fields
think it's
out
toward
there.
a player. I think it's just more toward, like, I'm so stubborn that I'm not going to give the media anything, that I'm not going to tell you the starter is. But I feel like Justin Fields needs him to come out and say, like, this is our guy.
Fields is balling too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's 3-0. Let's not overdo it. He's not lighting the world on fire, but he's playing well. He's giving them what they need at quarterback, and they're winning the division, and the rest of the division looks like it's an absolute shambles. So I feel like, why not come out and say, this is our guy. We're making a run. We're going to win the division, and we're going to see if we can make some noise in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. We just talked about a team that's down in their same division, the Bengals. I think take advantage of a down year from Cincinnati.
Exactly.
Keep just play the hot hand.
Go all in.
Go
the
all in.
Browns look terrible. The Bengals are 0-3. The Ravens are 1-2.
Ben Roethlisberger on his podcast said that he's like, for the first time I thought that Justin Fields might be the future. And that's, if Steelers fans, like, they've seen the worst of it, so they know what bad quarterback play is. You're not seeing bad quarterback play. And I think throughout, last game, you're seeing confidence grow in Fields. He's not just throwing over.
I did feel like the shots are coming.
They're coming. Like, he's getting more aggressive. He's getting more comfortable in his offense. And for the first time in a long time, Arthur Smith is cooking.
And let's be honest. He doesn't have weapons.
He has one weapon.
Yeah.
And kind of a tight end.
Yeah. Calvin Austin, Van Jefferson.
I mean, he doesn't even have like a pass catching back or anything like that.
No. Other than that, it's just,
And people are like, why are they throwing it 80 times? To who?
They had Cordero Patterson running wide receiver routes.
And it's they needed Ayuk more than I thought they needed Ayuk.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, I think Devontae Adams is going to be available at around the deadline.
That'd be nice.
The Raiders are going into the
no, wait, I don't want to do it. I want him do it to the Jets.
Right.
I'm gonna keep on doing that.
T. Higgins is available. If the Bengals continue to tank, if they continue, in division,
that's crazy.
Damn it! No, they're not going to do it.
Is Debo available?
If
not in the season,
I
in
think
the offseason.
if they continue to fall, what a fit in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Literally Heinz Ward 2.0.
Or if Broncos can, don't turn around some crazy thing. Cortland Sutton's
Exactly.
He's always had his name out there in trade stuff.
Just some kind of weapon would be nice. So
Yeah.
we'll keep an eye on those Steelers, another team we've been talking about a lot. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, week 4 of Angels Heavenly Top 10. Be right back. This segment is brought to you by Dad Gang Hats. Dad Gang makes the highest quality hats in the apparel industry because they use premium materials, pay close attention to detail, and prioritize durability and comfort. With so many styles, colors, and designs, they absolutely have the right hat for you and the dad in your life. Use code BENCHED76826. That's BENCHD 76826 for 15% off your first purchase. Shop Dad Gang Hats, quality hats for quality dads. All right, we're back. Let's get into it. Angels Heavenly Top 10. What are we doing?
Wow. Welcome to Angels Heavenly 10.
I didn't know when to come in.
That's a new one.
You were mesmerized.
Wow.
Like, dude, this better be.
You want to keep it or you want to do it again?
Let's do it. Let's keep it. We're keeping
That was beautiful.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm in tears.
I was just thinking, like, man, we really nailed this song.
I was like, I have often dreamed.
I was just thinking, like, this song is amazing. AJ's about to kill it.
I was waiting to come in, and it just kept going.
Like,
and
do we have-
up.
That's all right. It's a great song.
That's beautiful. Wow.
Trumpets going.
Shout out to whoever made that. Okay, Angels Heavenly top 10, week number 4. You see it on the screen. Let's go through it. Number 10, new addition to the top 10, I believe. The Seattle Seahawks. Mike McDonald's own. Seattle Seahawks 3-0. Geno Smith balling out. JSN coming on. DK Metcalf looking good. And that defense playing lights out.
Yeah, defense top 5 and points allowed, yards allowed, points per play on third down and on fourth down.
At number 9.
And the red zone, sorry. Good
At
defense.
number 9, the Jets. 2-1. Aaron Rodgers is back.
Yeah, also somewhat being led by Breece Hall and Braylon Allen combined.
That's where we need the train sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Breece Hall, 170 yards on the year, 120 yards receiving. Do it all back. Braylon Allen, breakout game last week, 11 carries, 55 yards, one receiving touchdown. You're seeing it happen.
Lean on that. You know what's scary? Play action with Aaron freaking Rodgers.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Hot take. Those are the two best weapons on the team. Braylon Allen and Breece Hall and Braylon Allen.
Garrett Wilson's getting. There's no one.
Garrett Wilson would be extremely upset for you to hear
You know
say
what? You know what's crazy is that Garrett Wilson, another tough matchup Sunday against Patrick Surtain.
Oh, right.
And respectively, Braylon Allen is not Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
Very true. Texans 2-1, number 8.
Yeah, Nico Collins having a breakout year. It was not a fluke. 18 catches, tied for 8th in the NFL. Leads the NFL in yards. Career high 18.8 yards per catch and 12 yards per target.
So they fall from 5 to 8 with that loss to the Minnesota Vikings.
And it wasn't one or loss, it was a spanking.
Right. The 7th seed is not 7th seed. At number 7, the 3-0 Pittsburgh Steelers led by Justin Fields.
And Fields and that defense. Defensively, they are first in points allowed and yards allowed on third down and in red zone.
Wow.
So
everywhere.
You can do that. You can be on this list if you do that. That's pretty good.
Steelers are interesting, man.
Yeah.
Also leading that AFC North that we thought was going to be very competitive.
Yeah.
It actually kind of sucks.
Fairly not, yeah.
Back in the top 10,
Yep.
the Green Bay Packers,
Yeah.
led by Malik Willis.
You know, led by Matt LaFleur, genius head coach. With his win Sunday, he's now with the 11th highest winning percentage in the NFL ever. He's sandwiched between Don Shula and Paul Brown.
Wow.
He's just a phenomenal head coach, and we won't talk about him enough. You could literally count all these wins without Jordan Love. I count it on LaFleur.
Okay, so let me try to explain what you have done in the last 3 weeks.
Okay.
Jordan Love goes down. They were obviously a top 10 team before that.
Yeah.
Jordan Love goes down. You project that this massive dip is coming with Malik Willis.
'Cause if you
you didn't pay attention to
is LaFleur.
is Matt LaFleur.
He's
and Malik Willis, let's give him his props. It's not on Matt
Yeah.
LaFleur.
He
played great.
The guy's balling.
Yep.
Yeah, he played great.
And so now, you believe it. They're back in your top 10. Jordan Love looks like it's just a couple weeks away.
Yeah, Jordan
and
Love.
So arrow up for the Packers.
Yeah.
At number 5, cracking not only the top 10, but the top 5, the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
Led by Sam Darnold and the best coach in the NFL, Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah, Sam Darnold, hot start, 8 passing touchdowns, 0 picks, 67% completion rate, career high, 8.4 yards per attempt, career high, 73.5 QBR, career high.
Jeez.
His second best QBR was 51.4, so a good 20-point jump
It's like Geno Smith, but better.
and younger.
And younger.
Yeah.
Like
Geno
I
was
said,
31
still
when he-
younger than Joe Burrow.
Geno was 31 when he did it. He's 27.
So if we think about where Sam Darnold has been, it's actually not that puzzling that he hasn't made it. Because he started, of course, with the
Jets.
Carolina...
The Jets.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
the Jets.
Jets.
Obviously, no one made it there.
No.
Sorry, Mom's FaceTime me. No one made it there. Then he goes to the Panthers. Wasn't any good there, obviously.
Even more of a shit show.
Yep. By the way, the other quarterback that was there is also doing pretty well. That's Baker Mayfield.
He does a gap year.
Yep. Does a gap year.
in San Fran.
Yep. And then now back with a good coach. What do you know? Sam Darnold, a super talented quarterback as far as like the arm talent.
Yeah.
Paired up with Kevin O'Connell, and it is working.
Also, doesn't doesn't hurt to have Justin Jefferson throwing at wide out there.
Helps. I mean, when he gets, I think they still have a next level when they get Hawkinson back.
Hawkinson and Addison. They haven't seen these three guys on the field at the same time.
Addison, Jefferson. That's gonna, and then now we got to throw Naylor in there.
Naylor's
balling out too.
Rookie wideout.
Aaron Jones in the backfield. This offense is something.
They're good at O-line. They're deep at wideout. You're seeing the depth right now. Obviously, running back Aaron Jones, and then a good head coach.
Next, the Eagles drop down to number 4, 2-1. They think I think have an impressive victory against the Saints, who were on the top 10 list last week. We will talk about in a second why they dipped down to number 4.
Leading this team, best player on the team, Saquon Barkley, 351 yards, 4 rushing touchdowns, averaging 5.6 yards per carry. That's a career high. 117 yards per game, career high. Wow. Dog, beast.
I think the Eagles need to start thinking, yes, we're going to run through this guy this season, but I feel like if they could bring in another back to try, because Kenny Gainwell doesn't give him much. They love him, but he doesn't give him much. They need to do something to make this last a whole season. Because we could win a Super Bowl with Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, we're basically the 49ers from a couple years ago.
Yeah, you guys need your Tyler Algier.
Right. We need someone.
It's a Tyler Algier, Braylon Allen type of guy.
Because he played Superman last week, but that's
who would
into the season.
Who would be nice and who's going to be on a losing team? Chuba Hubbard. He's on a contract year. Nice running back.
Miles Sanders.
Yeah, there's a couple guys who are on losing teams that might be. If the Broncos absolutely tank, Javonte Williams might be available contract year. A lot of guys that you can just pair. Don't split. It's not split.
No.
It is 70-30.
You basically do what they're doing with the Jets.
Yeah.
Breece Hall's still very much the man.
Yeah.
But Braylon Allen takes some of the hits off him.
And you don't want to go from A+ to C-. You want at least a B player there, yeah.
Number 3, the Lions. They stick there even though Goff is struggling. They're 2-1. I don't think they're as impressive looking as I thought they would be, but still at number 3 here for you.
Yeah, they are. They're winning because of running the ball very well.
Yep.
8th in yards per rush, 5th in rushes per game, 4th in rushing yards per game, 5th in rushing touchdowns per game. They're just running the ball very well. It's nice to have a running game because if your quarterback struggles, you just run the ball, and they play good defense.
Yeah, I feel like they're evolving pass game wise, and they haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah,
They started by just funneling the ball to Jameson Williams, which is just totally new for them. Used to be then Amon-Ra kind of became the guy again, but he's hurt.
It's as if they're trying. I think they got carried away with Jameson Williams.
I think so too.
They're like, we should use a lot. No, maybe you should.
Right.
You have Laporta who's hurt, and you have Amon-Ra.
And then at number 2, making the biggest jump of the week is the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, Josh
3-0.
Yeah, Josh Allen, MVP level, 7 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns, career highs in yards per attempt, completion per percentage, QBR. Actually, he's first in the NFL in QBR.
There's a new Josh Allen
having a career year. I heard someone say it, and I don't really disagree. Best quarterback in football right now.
I think so.
No one's playing better.
I think so.
Nobody.
Even your number 1 team, which is the Kansas City Chiefs, I would even say maybe their quarterback isn't playing better than him either. 5.
I think Mahomes is 5 touchdowns to 4 picks this year.
But they are number 1, still 3-0.
Yeah, number 1 teams. We have to start looking at somebody as a breakout wideout. 24 catches, first in the NFL. 288 yards receiving, second in the NFL.
Yep.
And out of his 288 yards receiving, 186 are yards after catch.
Where would they be without Rashee Rice?
Because Kelsey is not the same.
Kelsey's not the same. Pacheco's out for a long time. Carson Steele, Samaje Perine, and bring on Kareem Hunt. They're not going to give you what Pacheco gave you.
And Worthy does what he can. He's not ready for that.
Yeah, Worthy's not ready. He's kind of how they would use MVS and those guys.
Yeah, like how they used Harbin last year.
Yeah.
He's good, but I think that because of the Marquise Brown injury, they had to put him into something where he's not ready for.
Yeah, and you can tell how much they're not ready to hand this over to Worthy and all those guys because Juju Smith-Schuster came in and he's immediately
caught touchdown.
Part of this offense.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Chiefs are they evolve, but you know what's crazy that they can have injury and replacements and they're still gonna win.
Yep.
We talked about last week. They'll just transform. If God forbid, knock on wood, Rashee Rice were to go down, I have no problem. Yeah, they're gonna win. They'll find a way.
I think if Rashee Rice went down, I think they would start to really struggle.
Yeah.
Rashee Rice does so much. He's almost like an extended running game.
Yeah.
His average depth of target is not very deep. I think it's deeper this year than it typically would be.
Yeah.
But he's so good at just catching a slant, catching a bubble screen, and doing so much with it.
Yeah, he's first in the NFL in yards after catch.
Right.
He's like he's not like physically imposing, but he's just a tough runner, and he knows what to do with the ball in his hands.
Yep. That's Angels Heavenly Top 10, week number 4. Do you guys have any thoughts?
I just have one.
Yep.
Here we go.
The Bills are the best team in the NFL.
I was going to say exact
They're
same
the
thing.
best team in the NFL.
They are.
I think since they were down 17-3 against the Cardinals in the first half, week 1, they have outscored their opponents 109-31 over 3 weeks.
Yeah, that was my same thought when I saw this. Like, okay, how long do the Chiefs get to ride the fact that they started at number 1 and that's why they're still there? Like, how long, like, what does the Bills now, knocking on the door, what do they need to do to finally say, for you to kind of come to a point where, like, all right, the Chiefs might not be the best in the league?
They'd probably need to lose, and the Bills would need to win a week.
Really? So it's basically just a win-loss thing?
Now it's just like they're kind of just toe-to-toe with them. And the reason why it's even for me, I'm like, I just trust that Andy Reid and Mahomes are going to win every game. That's what I just...
So this week, the Chiefs have the Chargers.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Bills have Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
If both teams win those games,
Probably stay the same.
Wow.
It's
I'm going to disagree. I think the Bills should... I think they've already jumped them. But if they both win... I guess
Bills
how
have,
they win.
Bills have Ravens, Texans, and Jets coming up.
Yeah.
Big tests.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think...
Bills are good, though,
I think
man.
the Bills are better than them,
This is the best...
despite the win record.
This is the best vibes I've ever felt out of Buffalo since Josh Allen became the starter. It's just
nice and quiet.
It's quiet, and they're winning.
Did you hear that crowd yesterday?
Yeah, and like after the game, Josh Allen, I'm not sure if it's a dig, said, no one's here looking for stats. He's just everyone's just trying to win.
Yeah.
And they're really good at it. They're really good at winning.
Okay, let's talk about the rest of your list here. Obviously, we disagreed about the Packers last week. I think you made it right, which in essence is admitting that we were right and you were wrong.
I just saw them play. I'm like, man, they just win.
They belong there.
Yeah.
It's just a good team,
Yeah.
whether Jordan Love's there or not. Obviously, they need Jordan Love to go far. But
What's fun is that 5 and 6, and 5 being Minnesota, the hotness. They're playing each other this week.
right.
Holy hell!
Where is the game? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Okay. But either way, that's going to be a great matchup. Obviously, they'll play 2 times this week or this year, which should be a lot of fun.
It's in Green Bay.
In Green Bay.
Ooh, in Lambeau. Let's see Sam Darnold travel.
Yikes. Okay, Texans got blown out and moved back 3 spots.
Yeah.
Anyone have any reservation about that?
No, I think honestly, I think the Vikings, in my opinion, should be a little higher. I think they should move up 1 spot. Maybe
You know what's funny? I was for about 2 hours. I was Eagles Vikings.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I landed on Eagles because
I
they
would have
won.
torn that to shreds.
No,
And then at the end of the day, I was like, okay, like if they were to play, I probably would pick Philly. It'd be a close game. But Saquon is as good as Justin Jefferson is playing right now. That's not even a stretch. That's like stats wise, they're playing the same. Like I think I would just take Jalen Hurts. I don't know. It's tough. That one's the biggest one.
Yeah.
I'm not confident in. But Eagles land at 4 because they're 4, and Vikings are they're freaking good.
to be honest, I think I was thinking more so move the Lions down and move the Eagles up 1 and the Vikings up 1. To be honest,
Yeah, Eagles actually not Eagles. Lions lost their center Frank Ragnow for a couple weeks, so he's week to week or whatever.
Ragnow's out. I don't believe Amon-Ra is healthy. I feel like he's playing through it.
He plays hurt a lot.
And then the rookie corner, he got hurt too.
Terry Arnold is hurt, so they're now
It's
facing
interesting. It's interesting.
some issues at the
Because
secondary
you have like
last year.
at the beginning of this list, you had the Bills, Lions, Chiefs, and Ravens on the list in a different tier. Yeah. And now you're seeing these new hotness teams: Bills, Vikings, Packers, kind of finding their way here. It's while doing this list, you just realize there's a lot of good football teams out there.
Question for you: should the Seahawks be much higher? 3-0 in the number 10 spot.
I mean, you tell me where to put them.
I'd put them above the Jets. I'd put them above the Texans. I'd put them above the Steelers.
Whoa.
And I might put them above the Packers.
Over the Steelers and Packers?
Yeah, I might put them above. I'd start with the Packers. I put them above the Steelers. Their defense is, I think, better than the Packers. Not as good as the Steelers, but right up in there. And offensively, they're just doing it.
You're talking about the Seahawks?
The Seahawks. They're really, really good.
It's just Geno's struggling a lot this year, and that's what I just don't.
And take a look at who they beat.
Yeah.
Denver, New England, Miami.
So is that why? Just the strength of schedule?
Yeah, that, and then when I was comparing, because Jets and Seahawks are kind of similar, but then I was like, if I were to put them side by side and make them play each other, I think I'd take Aaron Rodgers and the Jets over Geno Smith. Geno Smith is not playing great.
Right.
He hasn't played great in 2 years, really. So that's kind of the only reason why they would kind of be held back. But they're playing. It's a good team though. They're obviously 3-0.
Yeah.
Defense playing lights out.
At Detroit this week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have a big test.
Detroit. That's
We'll learn a lot.
learn a lot because Detroit runs the ball. It runs at right. It'll punch it in the mouth if you're not looking. So
A lot of teams entered. Who came off your list?
yeah, last week only put up real quick.
I know the Baltimore Ravens.
Baltimore Ravens did.
Saints
and Bucks because they lost.
Okay, so Saints.
There's good football teams, man. Saints lost to another good football team. Saints
rough.
Saints were 10. Seahawks are 3-0. Bump them up.
Yeah.
Jets just look good.
Bucks.
Jets over the Bucks.
Okay.
So you can
Yeah,
kind of
I'm
see their
there, too.
replacement. And then the Ravens just aren't the same, right? They're not good right now.
They're not.
They're not good at closing. I know they won. They're not good at closing games. They're just not the same team. And the Packers know exactly who they are. So I'm going to do that.
I'd be interested to see how many quarters they've led this season so far.
It can't be a lot.
Yeah.
Ravens aren't.
I think they're truly missing Mike McDonald.
Something's
I
happening.
think their offensive line is terrible. And I think Derrick Henry does not matter if you're trailing.
Yeah.
And they're constantly trailing. The other team what's the other team that I just thought of that is not on your list that was before?
The Niners.
The Niners is the big one.
Oh yeah.
They're off just because of injuries.
It's just they're behind. Their win-loss record isn't great, and they're just so hurt. They keep losing guys,
right.
and I just wonder how much they could bend before they
I mean,
break.
McCaffrey's on a flight to Germany right now.
Yeah, it's
for a
and then
procedure.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you go to Germany if you're
You
healthy.
think he tore his Achilles and that's
No,
just not being
no.
I don't know what's happening.
why do you fly to
would he go to
Germany
Germany?
for
Because
a
it's not
calf
healing.
strain?
I think it's not healing. I think it's Achilles tendonitis. He's not healing. So in Germany, it's something with injecting with. It's something that's not legal.
It's not
here.
legal here,
All
okay.
like basketball players do it. Everyone
Yeah.
does it. The only reason I saw a doctor tweet about this. The only reason you go to Germany is because the healing process is not
The same.
it's not going right for you. It's not moving along fast enough. So you expedite it by this procedure they do in Germany.
Just steroids in the bone marrow.
So if you have Jordan Mason on your team, go ahead and lock that down because
yeah,
he seems to come back
it's
anytime soon.
I mean, they're right there. I mean, it's just it's half this list is projection, and they keep losing guys every week.
Yeah.
Now Purdy's banged up a little bit. I know he's gonna play, but he's banged up. Kittle, Debo. I know they get Purcell back after this week because he's put on IR. We hope, so that's a nice boost. But they keep losing guys, and they're only 1-2. It's obviously they're a talented team, but they're losing talent.
I don't want to see the Dallas Cowboys on your list again until they win at least 3 in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, they're playing the Giants. If you lose that one,
Right.
You have the
So
personal
please don't
game.
put them on your list next week if they beat the Giants.
No.
Because they suck.
what are they 1-2? Yeah, and they don't look great. Cowboys,
Everything's wrong in Dallas right now. Yeah. Like,
they need a reboot, including the owner GM.
Yeah.
They need a new owner GM, a new head coach,
yeah.
and then they're fine.
Anything else on the top 10, guys?
Real quick, Angel, how far are the Saints from the Jets in your opinion?
If there's a 11 through 12, it's Niners, Bucks, and Saints.
Oh, okay.
I thought the Saints played the Eagles well.
That's what I thought.
Niners,
too.
Bucks,
That's
and
what I thought.
Saints.
Yeah, I think
thought-
the Bucks had a what's it called, a trap game. Denver came in, just
Yeah,
kind of hit them in the mouth quick, and just got up top of them early. Bucks, Saints, and 49ers.
I'd probably go. Man, I might go.
Wait, what order? So you 11
I
is-
thought that was
No.
Yeah,
It's,
okay,
it's
yeah.
those three. I don't know.
I'd say
yeah,
like
yeah.
Saints 11, Bucks 12, Niners 13.
Saints got to be close. They lost to your
Yeah.
number 4 team. It was very, very close.
That's what I thought.
Saints
They
are
played
be-
really well.
Saints are a good team.
Yeah.
Saints and Bucks are good for the NFL. That they're actually good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is Angels Heavenly Top 10 for week number 4. Overall, though, I think with a tough week to make a list like this, I think the list is pretty good overall.
Yeah. Bills, we'll see. Chiefs lose and
There's
Bills
some big
win.
games this week. There's
Yeah.
some big
Yeah.
games. this
Vikings and the Packers is the game of the week.
week. Yeah,
You think Jordan Love plays? Last week they were flirting with it.
he shouldn't.
They probably saved him for this game.
He should. He
no.
might. I mean, he was already He was like pregame warming up and all that.
Yeah.
But
Malik
it's
looked really
It's
good.
working. It's
Yeah,
working.
He looked
so.
really good.
Anyway, that's our show for today, guys. Thanks so much for joining us for episode 162. If you are looking for a preview for Thursday night's game, Dallas Cowboys and New York Giants, also on the channel, so go check that out. We will see you Friday with our picks and predictions. See you.
Peace.